Good morning. Good morning. My name is Jess, or afternoon. I know some people are calling in from all over. So welcome. My name is Jessica Pierce, and I am the CEO and founder of Career Connectors. And we are partnering on this great event today with the Greater Phoenix Chamber Foundation. And we have a program called AZ Careers Now. And that is the program that is being brought to you today as part of that. And so if you can take a minute and drop in the chat the 3 questions that are on your screen right now. We're going to ask you all to engage today and be part of this and really be all in for the first hour and a half of presentations and hiring companies. And then after that, you're going to have a chance to talk directly to these hiring companies. So great job, everyone, on getting started in the chat. And so if you could drop your name in there, where you're joining us from, and then maybe your target job or career. And also, we're going to ask for everyone to be muted during this call. We have some presenters that when your time comes, will unmute, and you'll be able to see their video for most of them and hear them as well. So good morning, Terrence and Luke, Jason, Sandy. We love to see all of you in here. Thank you so much for engaging in this chat today. All right, Bree, if you could move us on to the next slide. I'm going to go through a couple things before we get started here. So again, azcareersnow.com is the place to go for all event information, for resources, both for employers, but also for candidates or people possibly looking for new careers and new jobs. And thank you to the Greater Phoenix Chamber Foundation, our partner in running these programs. We really appreciate you guys. All right, so I want to talk a little bit about our agenda, or let me give you guys a couple tips first. For the chat, if you're not sure where the chat is, check on the bottom of your computer screen if you are on a computer screen, and you can see where the chat is. Open that up, and then just drop in a hello if you haven't engaged yet. The other thing we would love for you all to do is drop in your LinkedIn URL. Let's see. Rebecca Anderson, thank you so much. Exactly. That's exactly the kind of LinkedIn URL we want to see, where on her LinkedIn URL, you can see it's blue, which means it's clickable. And so if you want to connect with Rebecca, you just have to click on her blue link right there, and it will take you in another browser out to her LinkedIn profile, and you can make a connection right there. And so the way that you do that is in a separate browser. You can do it on the same computer, but in a separate browser, open up LinkedIn. And then you can, most of the time, it's on your profile screen. So the way, the easiest way to get there, I think, is just click on your picture, and that will take you right into your profile, and the URL is in the search bar right at the top. You can copy that and paste it, drop it just like Rebecca did, and then we can click on it and it will take you right into the profile, and you can connect with each other. So because we're virtual, this is a great way for us to have connections. Thank you, Sandy, Lindsay, Kevin, look at those. Joey, all of you are dropping in your LinkedIn URLs. Eddie, Terrence, Graciela, thank you so much for dropping in your LinkedIn URLs. You guys just click on those and make sure you're connecting outside of this event too. It's as we know, networking is all about who you know and who you connect to, and it's a great way to get referrals for jobs. All right, another thing with the display, the way that is usually best for people to watch these events is in what we call speaker view. And so if you're on your computer, the top right of your screen, there's a little option that says view. If you click on that, there will be a drop down, and side-by-side gallery, or I'm sorry, side-by-side speaker view is the best view to where you can see both the presentation and you will see the speaker that's talking. So that's a really great way. And then at the end, so for about the first hour and a half, we're going to have speakers, we're going to have a panel with some great content and information. But then at the end, we're going to have breakout sessions. And what we mean by those is that is your time to jump into different rooms with the speakers, with the recruitment teams, and be able to talk to them about something you heard on the call today, something that you might be interested in, their jobs, those kind of things. And so each company will speak for just a few minutes about their company and their jobs, and then you're going to be able to go talk to them at the end. And so I encourage you to stay on till the end and make sure that you are able to engage with them in conversation. All right. If you are interested in closed captioning, there is a closed captioning live transcript, it's called, option on the bottom of your screen. So just click on live transcript, and then you will get the words that are being spoken today during the whole call. So that's available to you. So here is our agenda, you guys. So we have a lot going on. You're going to hear this morning from Jennifer Meller, and she's going to talk about Arizona in general and the growth and what's happening from in our economy in this area. And then you're going to hear from a panel of experts. So what we've done is we've taken five of the fastest growing industries in Arizona, and we are going to be featuring each of those industries. And so each of these speakers is going to kind of give you a little bit of insight. These are not only kind of experts in this area, but they're living, breathing, and working in it as well, because their company represents that industry. So we're going to do a panel discussion with the people listed here in the agenda. And then after that is done, we have hiring companies from each of the industries that we are focusing on. And so they're going to come in, give a 3-minute TED talk basically on, hey, here's who we are, here are the jobs we're hiring for, and here's the way to apply. And then they're also going to stay until the end and be able to speak to you during the resources and breakout time. And so it is my pleasure to introduce you all to Jennifer Meller. Jennifer is the Chief Innovation Officer for the Greater Phoenix Chamber Foundation, and also our partner in launching AZ Careers Now. Good morning, Jennifer.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here with you this morning and share a little bit about Arizona's labor market. So it's so great to see so many of you on the call. I'll just share, it's no surprise, but it is a job seekers market. If you are looking for an opportunity, or maybe you're in a job but looking for something different, looking to choose a long-term career path, this is a great time for you to be looking for an opportunity. And so today you're going to hear from lots of companies about different types of opportunities in the market. I'll also offer there are a lot of financial supports for individuals that are looking to retrain that are out there and available. So this is a really great time for you to go and get prepared for some of these different careers. So just a couple of data points and things I'll share with you this morning. Arizona's employment continues to grow exponentially year over year. We are expected to add 4% or see 4% growth in new jobs year over year, which are all awesome and new, amazing opportunities for you. I think what's unique and different about Arizona's market is these are also high wage opportunities. So you'll see average wages in Arizona are at just over 61,000. Not that long ago, they were at about 40.
Oh, looks like Jennifer froze.
Okay. Can you hear me, Joey? I didn't know.
Yes, we can hear you, and Jennifer froze. So yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and jump in then. And if Jennifer comes back, then we will let her keep going. So Bree, if you could just text Jennifer and let her know she froze, and then she can come back. So Jennifer was just going over some of the overall employment for and growth in Arizona, and something that's really cool is average wage right now is around 61,000 average salary. And so some really good stuff there on what's going on. If you can go ahead and go to the next slide, it tells you a little bit about the unemployment rate. And so there is, we are at about a 3.5% unemployment rate, which is actually a really low rate. We know there are some layoffs happening here and there. Not sure if that will continue or that might change our unemployment a little bit. And we see that from a little bit of tightening the belt on some companies. And so, and some things changing with inflation. So we might see a rise in that, but that's where we currently sit with unemployment. See, Jennifer, are you back on yet? Okay, we'll continue to go. She's going to jump into each of the industries that we are going to be focusing on here at this event. One of them is construction. So this is construction and trades is significantly growing in Arizona. And so many of you that are on the call today are in Arizona. Some of you are not in Arizona. And many of the opportunities that are going to be focused here today are in Arizona, but also our companies are going to be talking about remote positions, hybrid, and so many of them have multiple different types of opportunities available. And so you can see that in the construction, we have an average annual wage of $77,000. We are expecting that to continue to grow in the this market, and about 188,300 job openings are employed in this the construction market. All right, and here's some examples. The next slide is just some examples of the different types of jobs we're talking about when we say this industry. So we have engineers, architects, and that average salary is around $160,000. And the cool thing about this industry is, yes, you can go and get a degree. You can also look at it from a certification standpoint. And so you can get a PMP certification, you can become a licensed professional engineer. So there's multiple different ways to enter into this industry. And, you know, a lot of people think it's one thing when you're talking about construction, but it actually hits many different types of jobs, and it's a fantastic growing opportunity. You can see what on the next one is here about heating, air conditioning, refrigeration mechanics. Average salary is around $50,000, and the projected growth is 12%. And then at the bottom, we have the plumbers, pipe fitters, steam fitters. That's a high school diploma, and average salary there is around $53,000 and continuing to grow as well. All right, so next slide here are a couple more examples on, oh, she may have taken that slide out. So there was another example. Let me just talk to a couple more examples she gave. More on frontline supervisors, mechanics, installers. That average salary is around $70,000. So there's a lot of different ways to enter into this industry and be successful and have a really great career. All right, the next area is the finance and insurance industry. And so in Arizona, this is one of the fastest growing industries, about almost 180,000 people employed with an average annual salary of $94,500. And on the next slide, you can see what some of these jobs are and what they look like. And so we'll talk about accountants and auditors. You can see the growth there. There were 7,324 job postings in 2021 for this industry in Arizona. And then you can see what the skills that people are looking for when we say accounting and auditors. And then we also have bookkeepers and accounting clerks, and those land around $45,000 as an average salary. So when we say average salary, that takes into account people that are just starting in the industry, as well as the high end that have a lot more experience. So as you are coming into this industry, there might be there's an entry salary, but then you have lots of growth opportunities. And that's what I love about what we're doing here in Arizona. There is a lot of opportunities for growth. You can see on the bottom here, the financial and investment analyst, where our average salary here is $83,156. And then there were 4,700 job postings last year for this industry. CPA is a top certification, meaning that is something that's definitely desired in this industry for this state.
Hey,
right.
Jess, Jennifer's back in too.
Oh, yay. Jennifer, you want to jump in here?
I would be happy to. And thank you so much, Jessica, for filling in for me. I am in Chicago this morning, dialing in, and I have to say their internet is nothing like what we have available to us in Phoenix. So my sincerest apologies, but thanks again for diving in here. So if we want to go ahead and go to the previously talked about construction and financial services, I'm going to go ahead and dive into healthcare. If you can go to the next slide. And you'll see that healthcare was obviously majorly impacted due to COVID, but continues to see significant increases in growth in our market. I can say that this is an industry that is never going away. We always need great healthcare providers in our market and in our community. It is also one of the largest industry sectors, if not the largest industry sector in Arizona. So again, just lots of great opportunities with really great wages as well. Next slide. And on these next slides where we talk about just different job opportunities, if you can go to the next slide, thank you. You'll see that there's lots of different entry points. So some of these positions require a degree, maybe a bachelor's degree or a post-secondary certificate, but there are lots of different entry points on and off ramps to get you into these types of careers. So you'll see there's lots of easy ways to get in and continue to have upward mobility within a lot of these organizations that you're going to hear from later today. And as I mentioned earlier, a lot of our healthcare opportunities, there are free training resources out there available for you to get prepared for these jobs and get the technical skills you need to go into some. Touch on before we actually go to IT and cybersecurity is also looking at our manufacturing sector. And if you haven't heard, manufacturing in Arizona is the hottest sector. Go to the next slide, please, Bree. That would be great. Did you lose me again? Okay, sorry.
We can still hear you, Jennifer.
Okay, sorry about that. So Arizona has a huge growing manufacturing sector. You're going to hear from TSMC later today, and you're also going to hear from Able Engineering. And there are so many different opportunities in manufacturing. It's not the manufacturing of yesterday. Able Engineering, for example, they've got really great opportunities in the aerospace sector. TSMC is looking at more of the semiconductor sector. And so there's lots of different skills that are required and transferable across those different opportunities. And again, as you'll see, there are lots of great entry points into some of these technician roles. A lot of these companies are looking for welders or technicians that have either a post-secondary certificate, and so there's some really great boot camps out there, or long-term degrees like a bachelor's degree in engineering. And then if we can go to the next slide, I also just want to touch on IT and cybersecurity. Oh, sorry, one more. IT and cybersecurity is all
Okay, I think we are, sorry, you guys. I think Jennifer is kind of getting hung up again. So I'm just going to finish up this slide and then we're going to move over to the panel. So you can see the growth of IT and cyber, and
it's not industry sector per se, but it cuts across all of the sectors that you're hearing about this morning, and has, again, exponential growth in the Arizona market. You'll see our total employment continues to rise, not just in Arizona, but
All right, Bree, can you go ahead and mute Jennifer, and then I'll move on with this part of the call. But you guys can all see the growth that's happening with IT and cyber. And if there is an industry out there that is just on fire and you guys want to consider this for yourself, or maybe you have students in college, this is definitely one of those industries that across the United States has significant growth. And so there's both certification opportunities as well as degree opportunities. And we know that there's a lot of options for people to enter into this. So if you want to go on to the next slide, it's showing you both the average hourly wage and then also the average salary wage. And so pretty high salaries when we're coming into IT and cyber. And I've actually talked to a lot of people that didn't think that this is an industry that they wanted to go into, but when they saw the opportunities and the growth and the salary opportunities, and also just the flexibility. So a lot of times people in this industry, technology and cyber, have the opportunity to work remote, to work hybrid opportunities. And so here are some really great you can take a look at, where Arizona falls against Phoenix, but then the United States as well. And just Arizona in general, our salaries tend to be lower than the national average on when you're comparing, all California, New York, of course, but then we tend to fall a little lower than the average when it comes to salaries across the board. So this is not just for IT, it's for all industries in general. And so on the next slide, you can see though, what some of the specific titles are. Computer systems analysts, we have computer user support specialists, and information security analysts. And so there is quite a difference, but like for example, computer user support specialists, a lot of people will actually start in this industry with that type of position, which are customer service, so help desk support. If you have ever called a company like GoDaddy and they've helped you with your website, that's an example of help desk support and customer service, but it can get you into this industry and give you some really great experience. And so then on the next slide, we have some additional software developers, web developers, and you can see the ranges of these salaries. For software developers, 24,000 job postings in 2021 in this area. It's just a really growing, fast industry. And so, Jennifer, thank you so much for coming on today. Sorry, you guys, that she was a little in and out, but we will have this presentation. We're recording this call. You probably saw that when you logged in. And so we're recording this call, and you can go back and see these slides anytime you would like. After the event today, we will be sending a link to each of you with the direct link to the call. All right, so we're going to switch over now to a different part of our, the next part of our event, and then we're going to do a panel. And each panelist that we've asked to come speak today represents a specific industry. And so first, I'd like to welcome you to Linda Lumen. She is the VP of HR and Operations for Achieve, and this is the finance and insurance industry that she'll be representing today. So welcome, Linda. So glad to have you here.
Thank you so much, Jessica. And it's so exciting to see everyone who's on the call. Excited to have you join us. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself and Achieve. We used to be a Freedom Financial Network. And for many who are in the Phoenix market, probably recognize our big building that now has a new name, Achieve. And we're a digital personal finance company that really, we're here to help everyday people move forward on a path to a better financial future. And rather that might be through a personal loan, a home equity where you want to leverage your home equity, or if you are going through some really serious situations, financial situations with debt. We've been doing debt resolution for 20 years, and we're so excited to be participating today and to tell you a little bit more about all that's going on at Achieve.
Awesome. Thank you, Linda. Thanks for doing the intro. I'd like to introduce Tim Romer. He is with Arizona Department of Homeland Security. He is the Director and State Chief Information Security Officer. So he'll be representing technology and cyber industry. So welcome, Tim. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your company.
Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, everyone. So I have the great pleasure of serving the state of Arizona as the Director of Homeland Security We are one of only 2 departments of Homeland Security across the United States that also has the cybersecurity mission under the Department of Homeland Security. As Governor Ducey said when he appointed me to the position a year and a half ago, cybersecurity is Homeland Security. So in our department, we're very unique. We can provide opportunities for individuals to work in the cybersecurity field, but do it in a way that you're protecting 7.5 million Arizonans' data. You're protecting the critical infrastructure of our state and the technology infrastructure that's in our state. So from a public service perspective, we love bringing in employees that not only have great skill sets around cyber, but want to be part of something larger, and we can offer that. Also, serving as the state's Chief Information Security Officer, we have plenty of positions in information technology that aren't in the Department of Homeland Security, but they are within the state of Arizona's executive branch. So think about it like this. You can go to azstatejobs.gov and you can search for any job within the state of Arizona's executive branch. So it could be a cybersecurity position at the Department of Transportation, or a cybersecurity position, at the Department of Economic Security. Those are ways you can still help our cyber command team at the state of Arizona, but it provides even more opportunities than just one department.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tim. We appreciate you being here. I'd like to introduce you all to JD Martin. He's CEO of Knox Group Companies, and he's going to be representing construction and kind of the skilled trades. Welcome, JD.
Thanks. Actually, it is Justin. JD's my brother.
Okay.
Yeah, JD's my brother. He runs one of our companies, but people often get us confused. So I'm Justin Martin, CEO of Knox Group Companies, and Knox Group Companies is 4 distinct companies that support the construction industry. About 1,000 employees across these 4 companies, and we've experienced 10x growth in 10 years, from about 30 million in revenue to 300 next year. So Corbin's is the construction company that provides construction management services and electrical installation for the industrial markets, which we've heard a lot about, manufacturing, semiconductor, water and wastewater, which is growing rapidly, and mission critical. So all the data centers that are being built here in the state, which is going absolutely crazy. Knox Innovations provides virtual design and construction services nationwide. So that's like 3D modeling and fabrication solutions, and that's to other contractors, engineers, and owners. And we have a lot of remote workers that support those efforts and are able to be part of the build process virtually. And Construction Labels provides labeling products to the construction industry. And NXG is our 4th company, and that provides shared services like business technology, data analytics, and visualization, marketing, HR, to other companies that support construction. So I'm here as the myth buster for what construction is all about. It's a very integrated and intricate space with a lot of high-tech work these days, more and more so lately with the awesome owners that we've been able to attract into Arizona and across the Southwest where we work. So
thank you, Justin.
Yeah, no
sorry
problem.
about that. I have worked with JD, and so
Yeah,
I'm
no
so
problem.
sorry about that.
It's okay.
Okay, Audrey Bohannon is with Adelante Healthcare. She is the Chief People Officer and here to represent healthcare industry. Welcome, Audrey.
So good morning for those of you on this side of the country, and good afternoon if you're on Eastern Standard Time. Adelante Healthcare is a federally qualified community health center. That means we are a nonprofit. We are out to provide access to healthcare whoever needs it, regardless of their ability to pay. We are there for everyone. We offer primary care on the medical side. We offer dental care as well as behavioral health. And in healthcare, especially based on the pandemic, we are experiencing rapid growth. So that means, like other healthcare organizations, we have openings in every single area. So whether you want to be a clinician or you want to work in cybersecurity or finance or billing and coding, we have all of those functions, including marketing in our organization, and we have been growing in every single area. So healthcare is on the move. It continues to be a sector that is going to be growing and growing. And as our population ages and people need more access, and we're struggling with this shortage of primary care providers, not just in Arizona, but across the country. So there will be opportunities for people to start at an entry level and then continue to grow in healthcare.
Awesome. Thank you, Audrey. Okay, and then the fifth industry that we're going to be talking about today is advanced manufacturing. And we have Travis Tyler. He is the VP and General Manager for Able Aerospace Services. Welcome, Travis.
Hey, thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Just want to say thank you to the Career Connectors team, the Greater Phoenix Chamber, AZ Careers Now for the opportunity. It's just pretty clear from my short time with them, they're very passionate about our state and community workforce. So as mentioned, my name is Travis Tyler, and I serve our team here at Able Aerospace as the Vice President and General Manager. I'm a transplant to Arizona through opportunities of leadership development growth with our parent company, Textron Aviation, and that's based out of Wichita, Kansas. Able Aerospace, we are a component and repair overhaul facility for fixed wing and rotor wing aircraft. And we cover the globe on commercial and military products. And additionally, we have a big maintenance hangar where we perform heavy aircraft modifications for our parent organization on big, turbine-powered prop aircraft. We're located at Mesa Gateway Airport in Mesa, Arizona. If you're around this area, this is a booming airport with a lot of things going on. We've got about 260,000 square foot here, and it's a state-of-the-art facility and about 350 team members. And we operate about 24/7. So thank you, and looking forward to the conversation this morning.
Great. Thanks so much. All right, we're going to jump into a couple questions now. So for your industry, can you spend just a few seconds, a minute or so, talking about projection for job growth? I know we saw some of that in Jennifer's presentation, but just talk about projected of job growth and kind of the need for talent in the industry that you're representing. So who would like to start this talk?
I'll go first, Jessica.
Okay, thanks, Linda.
Sure. In the financial technical world, this industry is growing exponentially. I mean, we're forecasted to have double-digit growth just because as you look around and you see inflation and you see people struggling with their financial welfare, we're here to help them through that. And we have designed tools that will help them, whether they want to work alone and do it digitally, or they want a nice voice across the phone to help them and walk them through. And as this industry continues to grow and expand and offer new products like banking and cover student loans, et cetera, that's a great opportunity if you're looking to build a career. So today, we're always looking for members to join Achieve, whether you want to be in a customer service role and be part of our important mission to help people on a better financial future, or we have engineers and product, but this industry is really growing exponentially. We all need a partner in helping us with our finances. And so it's a great place to think about, building and growing your career.
Thank you. Great. Travis, why don't you talk a little bit about manufacturing?
Yeah, as Jennifer was mentioning, manufacturing in the state is really booming. When you think about the Phoenix Valley here, home to numerous OEMs, original equipment manufacturers for a lot of products, tons and tons of manufacturing support organizations. As I mentioned, just here at the Mesa Gateway Airport, multiple organizations are in a building phase right now, bringing on large workforce numbers really in the next 6 to 12 months. It seems like every few weeks, there's a new announcement of a company building some operational footprint in our region, which is fantastic. But when you think about it from the employer perspective, concerning. I mean, it's definitely goodness from the job seekers out there. We see very healthy year-over-year growth over the next few years. And just to plug this, we're so concerned about a lot of this growth and the new opportunities that We've had the opportunity to be involved with the Phoenix Chamber's Elevate ED-AZ program. So, that's connecting businesses with high schools, and we're committed to this and planting that seed very early into people to help them understand what's out there and the availabilities from the manufacturing perspective. So definitely booming in the manufacturing industry, definitely lots of opportunities.
All right, thank you, Tyler. Let's see, Tim, you want to talk about cyber and IT a little bit?
Absolutely, because it's very exciting. We have seen a nearly 50% growth in our information security team, cybersecurity for the state of Arizona over about the past 3 years. I think it's going to continue to grow based on conversations I'm having with the governor's office, budget office, state legislators, and others. People are recognizing the need to staff up. And so I'm thinking, based upon where we're going, for example, the state legislature and the governor just gave us 6 new positions in the last budget that was passed this past summer. It was a long legislative session, but that's just one department. That's just our department. All these other agencies are hiring as well. So yeah, the cybersecurity positions are going to continue to move forward, and that's thanks to support from the governor, the legislature, and everybody recognizing the need for more cybersecurity employees.
Absolutely, that's right. Okay, Justin, let's jump over to construction and trades.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a better time or a better place in my lifetime to get into construction. You heard from everyone else. The nice thing about construction is they all need us to continue to grow. So what's unique about the environment here in Arizona and in the Southwest versus in the past is the amount of high-tech manufacturing that's coming into our state. The data center space required to convert to full 5G is 100 times what we had on Earth up through 2018. So the GPAC and the environment, the business environment in Arizona is really attracting a lot of those big owners, like every large tech company. We have a water crisis or pending water crisis that will be solved through advanced water treatment plants. And we've attracted a lot of other manufacturing into the state. So it's not just the construction jobs. There's, I think, 790,000 jobs available through 2024 nationwide. But you saw Jennifer's slide. There's a huge chunk of those that are available right here in Arizona. And those positions are, what's unique about construction is certainly construction management or engineering degrees are useful to get into operations management. But the career path through the trades end up in a similar place. And they both have something to overcome. There's context that you miss when you go to school, and there's that you have to gain once you get into the industry. And then there's a lot of context that you gain coming through the trades, and then you take advantage of growth opportunities, leadership development opportunities within your company. But they both have a really quick path to management and leadership positions to make a big impact on these construction projects. The technology used in construction is also increasing. The demand for that's really high. Knox Innovations was born out of a need for that. So supporting all these projects virtually, remotely is a huge opportunity. So a lot of 3D modelers, and they don't exist. So we train those employees. And if you have any interest in computers and like operating in a gaming environment, if you play first person games so you can move around in a 3D environment, we can train you to help create models of projects that could be used for all these really advanced projects. So it's really exciting to see where our industry is going, and the wage increases within construction are growing at an extremely rapid pace. Electricians are making double what they were 8 years ago, literally. Field engineers that were coming out of college into entry-level operations management positions, just in the last 4 years, that those salary ranges have shot up 50%. And so it's one of the industries, like many others, that you can come into and get paid to work while you're trained for your next role. And companies are investing in that aggressively. Not just us, but most growing construction companies are willing to prepare you for your next role.
Awesome. I love, Justin, that you were talking to gamers to get them into construction, and like the transition is there.
It's 100% there. It's really exciting.
That's great. Thank you. Okay, Audrey, let's talk healthcare a little bit. So kind of the projection of your industry and the need for talent.
So the need for talent in healthcare is off the charts, and I would say it's probably true for many of these sectors. But the need in Arizona is just, whether it is medical, dental, or behavioral health, it is huge. A lot of folks think, well, I'm not going to be a doctor or a dentist or a psychiatrist, so healthcare is not the path for me. That is not true. The way that healthcare is delivered in this day and age is that you have care teams that surround that provider. So there are so many different roles with regards to providing patient care. So if you have a passion for caring folks, you can start at an entry-level position, start as a medical assistant, to move to an LPN, to move to an RN, to a BSN. And there are so many careers in nursing, and there are so many careers in healthcare that if you're not in healthcare, often many folks don't know about the different support positions. Whether you're in an ambulatory care center like Adelante is, we've got 9 health centers. There are so many different jobs. We need people to do behavioral health technicians and registered dietitians and community nutrition educators. So the variety of positions are incredible. If you enjoy supporting and caring for others, even if you don't want to be a doctor or you don't want to be a dentist, there are still so many different roles in those patient care areas that you can start with simply a certification. We've actually created a way for people to come in before they get their high school equivalency or GED to work with them, and then they can continue to grow and grow. And all organizations on the healthcare side will pay for you to continue to gain additional credentials and education. That is going to be the key to our future in reducing the shortage of providers, larger care teams, and continued investment in developing skills and competencies of our employees, getting paid while you learn and while you work.
Awesome. Thank you, Audrey. So many great opportunities with all of these industries. And one of the things that we are really, really passionate about is actually one of the speakers talked a little bit about connecting with high schoolers. And so we're looking at everybody that is going to be in the workforce, whether you're actively in the workforce now or it's coming up and you're in high school and you're looking for your first opportunity. So one of the things that is really exciting to us is just the significant career pathways that each of these industries provide, regardless of, where you may have a degree, you may not. There's typically an entry point somewhere, but then the pathway to movement is opportunity for everyone, because you have so many different pathways. So that's what I'd like each of you to touch on right now, is kind of like talk to us a little bit about some of the thoughts you have on, where to enter your industry, and then what kind of pathways are there, and who would like to start with this one?
I can kick us off here. I mentioned a little bit about from the high school perspective, just how important it is to connect from there. But just something Justin said really resonated with me, and it's so true in the manufacturing industry as well. Around the context, we have people that start out, with high school, with a high school education and background that go through our trades. We have team members that come in with college degrees and enter our workforce. But I can tell you, we're focused on career growth on both of those individuals, and they both have routes to opportunities and leadership. We talk a lot about career pathing in our organization here at Able, and I know the manufacturing industry does as well as a whole. There's lots of programs. I heard Audrey talking about it. You enter into these orgs, and there's tuition reimbursement programs to continue college education. There are trainings where we're guiding and facilitating our team members to the next steps on their career progression. And we've seen it firsthand. We've seen team members come in with high school educations that are leading large organizations within our business model. So we certainly focus on that, and it's important that we pour in to our talent.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Who else wants to speak on this one? Justin?
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback on that.
Yeah.
I would say I'm one of those in our organization. I did not go to college, but traditionally I started my career in construction management 23 years ago, driving a forklift, and took advantage of educational opportunities along the way, and got into project engineering and project management, and on to construction management. I would say the three best entry points into an organization like ours would be the one I mentioned on the virtual design, because it doesn't require a ton of construction experience, but you get exposure to the entire build process in that virtual world. And we have people who come in through that route and then move into many other areas of the business very successfully and very quickly, and some that stay and love that and work in that aspect. Another one is through our entry-level operational positions for field engineering. That's someone who typically has some interest in the building process. Maybe they have some schooling or a degree, and they come in, and that's like an assistant superintendent, assistant project manager position. They're trained on the job to apply their education. And the third one is really through that trade. We pay people to go to school during work hours to learn how to be an electrician. And once you have that skill set, which no one can take away from you, the opportunities to go into anything else within the business is tremendous. And so the number of career paths of our executive leadership team are very diverse, very wide, and very unique. So it's an awesome place to learn on the job. Every construction project is unique, so there's a ton of variety, and you get to wear a hat and grow a beard, and you don't have to wear a suit. No offense to anyone else, but it's an environment where you get to have a lot of variety, work outside. There's travel opportunities if you'd like. There's certainly plenty of opportunities to not have to travel if you don't like, and we have Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays off.
Yay!
So I'm a father to 9 in a blended family, and I have to watch a lot of youth sports. And I make it to quite a bit, and so do my electricians. So there's a plug.
Star said sold.
Yeah.
On that. That's great. Thanks, Justin. Hey, Audrey, you had kind of mentioned some of the, entry points into healthcare. Can you kind of tell us, where do we start? So if I'm interested in healthcare, what are there training opportunities? Like, how do I start?
So that's a very interesting question. You can start almost anywhere depending on your skill and background. We have folks that start in our customer service department that are actually doing patient scheduling. And then from there, they've actually moved into the help desk and into information technology teams. The key for us is not where you start, but your willingness to learn. If you have a willingness to learn, we have some folks that start off as a medical assistant and they say, you know what, I really like dental and I like to do procedures, so they can cross over and move to the dental side. What is most important is your willingness to learn something new. If you go online to any of our job sites, you will see the entry-level positions. Some high school diploma, some will have a college degree preferred. Once you get in the door, it is going to be up to you to find the career pathway that interests you, that uses your talents. We have some positions that are hybrid, but in the healthcare industry, a lot of them are providing patient care. But it is all about your willingness to try something new, to take an investment in yourself and take advantage of the programs that all of us are offering. So whether you want to be an LPN and move to an RN, nursing is a career that you can move all the way to a nurse practitioner and end up being a DNP and be one of my top providers, or move to a clinical administrator, which you are a medical director managing other nurse practitioners. So there is no limit. It's about not where you start, but it is your willingness to learn and to continue to add to your tools.
I love it. Thank you, Audrey. Linda, I want to jump over to you because with finance and insurance industries, I think people get this idea of it's one thing. I have to run a brokerage, or I have a front-facing store, and that is such a small percentage of what the whole industry offers. And so I know you guys do a great job. Achieve does a great job of actual career pathways, but can you talk a little bit about, how do people get started and what do pathways look like?
Sure. And you're absolutely right. We're in a remote world. And we also have some employees who really like to come together and work together in the office. So we offer a hybrid as well. But when you talk about career pathing, again, to what all my fellow panelists are saying, it's really just coming in the door. Rather you come in as a client member, service advocate, and we do complete training. And actually in our kind of client services group, you can get college credit for the training program that you complete with us. And from there, we promote in so many of our other areas, because that's sort of our entry point into many other careers within the company. So coming in, learning about our products, how to service our clients who oftentimes are really struggling with their finances. Coming in, starting there, you might start in sales and be a debt consultant or a loan consultant, and then move on from there. And we have so many opportunities. We provide full training. You also get college credit for the training program with us. We have a partnership with Rio Salado Community College. We have tuition reimbursement programs if you'd like to go on and consider a certificate or degree. But we fill about almost 40% of our positions that open up due to our growth with internal promotion. So we're always working with individual, leaders and our teammates on outlining what are your career aspirations and how can we provide those for you. You don't often think about financial services for a technical degree, but we have over 400 technicians, and that's engineers, product, data science, IT, platform engineers. All of those are great ways to grow your career.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Linda. And then Tim, I'm going to throw it over to you. I mean, it's really like unlimited when you talk about technology and cyber, but go ahead and tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, similar to Linda, though, it doesn't always have to be like, for example, one of the areas that we've been growing in, and we've recently hired a couple program managers, because what we realized was in order to be successful in cybersecurity technical experts are really good at doing the technical side of things. It's not their strength to be in program management, though. So Nan from our team is actually on the call. She's dropped her LinkedIn in there. She'll be available to chat later. We've recruited Nan over to our team in order to help us recruit talent, be program managers, and do some of those things. I'll just tell you my personal example is about almost 20 years ago, my career started with an internship working in the national security field. And about 20 years later, I got to be the director of the Department of Homeland Security. So I'll tell everybody out there, your entire career can start with just an internship, because internships are so unbelievably important and make the most of that real world experience. But on our team right now, we've got everything from those internships available to mid-career, transfer over as an information security architect or engineer, or an analyst working on our security operations center. So it's a little bit of everything, and you do not have to have a college degree to do it. You can have different certifications. Just prove to us that you can do the work, that you're qualified, and I know my team will be all ears to chat with you.
Fantastic. All right, you guys, we are over time, but I want to drop each of you, give you a second to finish up one last question and thought. Talk about your specific company and any hot jobs you have, any jobs you want to tell us about. And then also one of the big questions is, do you have remote opportunities? Are they hybrid? Are they on-site? Or is there kind of a mix of what you offer? So why don't you go ahead and get started, Justin, and kind of tell us what you guys have open right now.
Sure. And I think I did mention this at Knox Innovations. We have a need. We're going to continue growing with our virtual design and construction technicians, which is where we're bringing gamers in and teaching them how to build in the virtual world. So those opportunities are both remote and hybrid, and in many states. And outside of that, I think the need for skilled trades is going to continue to increase. I think our ability to build in Arizona will be eventually constrained by that. And like I said, coming in as an entry level technician or electrician and getting into the apprenticeship program that's fully funded is a great way to learn about construction. And if you fall in love with that, you can stay in the trades, but there's a ton of growth and advancement opportunities there.
I love that, Justin. And one of our questions in the chat is, how can I get high schoolers connected to internships? And so for the person asking that, make sure you stay in the breakout sessions and you can talk. Each company has kind of a different path on, whether it's internship. I know, Justin, you guys have apprenticeships available, and students are very interesting to you guys as they're graduating. And so that's a really good time to connect. It would be in our breakout sessions. All right, thank you so much, Justin. All right, Tim, talk about, the opportunities the Arizona Department of Homeland Security has, and then also if you have any hybrid or remote options as well.
So I'll be really quick because Nan's on the call. She'll be in the breakout sessions. We've got the links. And I already just mentioned a couple of them. We've got a couple internships available. We have positions for senior information security architects, engineers, and analysts positions available, and not just in our department, but we can find vacancies for you, or you can find them on azstatejobs.gov as well. And yes, we have remote work capable. We're a little bit of a hybrid model, but our team is allowed pretty much to remote work as much as they need. From time to time, we want to see you in person. We want to do some certain events, but you have flexibility on our team.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thanks, Tim. And yes, we miss Nan. She is wonderful. We love you, Nan. We miss you. We're so glad you're happy. So Nan was one of the original partners with us, helped us launch AZ Careers Now, and then Department of Homeland Security saw how awesome she was, and she got a great promotion to move over there. So thank you for helping us get this going, Nan. All right, Audrey, let's jump over to Adelante Healthcare. Tell us a little bit about your job opportunities and flexibility, or anything you'd like to talk about, Adelante.
Well, I thought I would change it up and talk a little bit about some of the administrative opportunities that we have. We are looking for some leaders and managers, and I'm looking for folks who have a finance and accounting background. I'm looking for some leadership on IT as well as compliance. Healthcare compliance is a big deal. We got a lot of laws we have to make sure that we're taking care of. And always, I need billers and coders, medical, dental, and behavioral health. So there's some great programs out there. And if that is an interest to you, or if you've got a background in finance, IT compliance, or billing, we're interested in you. Meredith White's going to be hanging on the call afterwards so that she can connect with anyone who has questions about Adelante Healthcare.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, Audrey, for being here today. Linda, let's talk about Achieve and all the so many great things going on there, but tell us about some great opportunities you have available.
Right. Well, as I mentioned before, right now we're really scaling up because we find that so many consumers need help with their financial wellness. So we are looking for client advocates, customer service skills. We are hiring not only in the Phoenix market, but we've also are hiring in Texas and Florida. And if you're interested, we have full remote work, which is great. Or we also have some compressed schedules. If you like working over weekends or maybe a little bit later in the day, so you can take your children to school, et cetera. We have very flexible scheduling. We're also looking for sales for debt consultants, loan consultants, also for our mortgage side. So lots of roles along with those technical positions that I mentioned before. Always hiring developers, web designers, product designers, et cetera. Check us out at achieve.com, careers, and I'll be on later to chat with anybody who might be interested.
Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, Linda. All right, Travis, let's close us out here. Tell us a little bit about what you guys have at Able Aerospace.
Yes, thank you. When you think about the manufacturing industry, it's not just, the hands-on touch labor that we have in those facilities, but we have roles all across the board available here today at Mesa Gateway Airport. We've got IT roles, supply chain buyer roles, marketing opportunities. We have aircraft mechanic roles, plating technicians, machinists, and these cross the gambit of experience and no experience required. We are a fairly in-person organization, but we're very flexible environment and certainly entertain certain remote opportunities. I'm going to drop a link in the chat so you can see some of the specific opportunities. It's txtav.com careers, and you're going to search for the Mesa, Arizona location. Thank you for having me here today.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Travis. You guys have been wonderful. Our chat has been exploding and really grateful for the content. So if you have a word of thanks, anyone wants to say in the chat, thank you to our panelists. We so appreciate you. Woo, this is the virtual clap, I guess. Thank you. We really appreciate your time. And I know a lot of people want to connect with you guys. So thanks for doing such a great job of representing your industry. All right, you guys, thank you. Oh, so many great people just dropping in the chat how grateful they are for you. So thank you. All right, next we're going to move over to what we're calling our TED Talks. And so our companies are going to jump in, give a couple-minute overview of their company and their job opportunities. And then again, you'll be able to connect directly with them during the breakout session. And so first industry we're going to feature here is information technology and cyber. And I'd like to introduce you all to Jess Roth. She is a corporate recruiter with eBacon. Hi, Jess.
Hi there. How are you today, Jessica?
Great.
So I work for eBacon and we're a fintech company. So we are a software company that specifically focuses on certified payroll solutions and fringe benefit management, which is for the construction industry. Our software solutions and apps, they combine time tracking, fringe management, payroll, and certified reporting, which helps contractors and subcontractors avoid risk and become more profitable. We design and develop all our own softwares and applications, and because we have our own advanced in-house development team, we can rapidly respond to the needs of our clients, and this allows us to create amazing products that solve real-world problems. Currently, I am hiring for, if I can get the next slide, Director of Marketing. I have a data analyst position that supports the marketing team, full stack software engineer, B2B SaaS sales executive, our more entry-level business development representative role, and a payroll tax specialist for multi-state. You can apply for all of our roles on our career page at ebacon.com/careers, or you can directly send an email to me at jobs@ebacon.com. Thanks.
Jessica. Okay, so we're going to move on to our next hiring company. We're going to move on to Jalen Martin, who is the apprenticeship program recruiter for Accenture. Jalen?
Thank you, Joy. Hey, everyone, I'm Jalen Martin. I work closely with the Accenture Apprentice Program recruiting team. So what does Accenture do at Accenture? A lot of people ask me this question all the time, like, what do we do? Well, we do a lot and offer tons of services across the board to help companies grow and continue to help companies innovate from strategies and consulting to operation. So for the strategy and consulting piece, where we work with companies to bring bright ideas and solutions to businesses' problems and plan and support for getting from idea through execution. So we're always helping companies innovate and continue to grow and continue to stay with the economy to just stay successful in their business. So interactive. So we bring life to these ideas through reimaginations such as web design, such as also application. So they can have apps that we work on, such as Subway, for instance. We work with Subway on their app just for candidates or customers that don't know what they want to eat at Subway, or just have no knowledge of what they want to eat at Subway. We work with that to create app so they can look and view the Subway app and see what they have at Subway. So for a technology standpoint that we work with companies also is just helping them choose and develop the right technology platform to support the solution and helping businesses get the most out of them. Also for the operation piece, how we help companies grow as well for enabling future ready solutions and processes that can adapt to any change over time to ensure sustainable business value. So that's our services from strategy and consulting to operations that we help companies grow with. All right, you can go to the next slide, please. All right, so here we're going to talk about just a brief standpoint of our 12-month apprenticeship program and what takes place inside our apprenticeship program. So first, the candidate will typically have 3 interviews. So the first interview will be a screen interview. It'll be about a 15, 30-minute long quick interview with the recruiter, just for the recruiter to get to know your background and then also align you with a specific role that a recruiter thinks you fit best with. And then after that screen interview, we'll have 2 following interview processes. So the 2 interview processes will consist of skills interview, and then that third interview, typically a presentation showcase that you have to present on a technology experience that you had within the past. But your recruiter will give you some time to prepare for that 10-minute presentation showcase. Once you have completed the interview process, we will start conducting your background check. So the background check can take up to 2 to 6 weeks for that background check to come back and be completed. And once that background check has been completed, we will start the onboarding process. So what we do at Accenture with our apprentices, we created a cohort for all our apprentices to come in at one time. So they'll be able to network one another, shadow one another, and get projects done one another as well to help them grow throughout that 12-month program in their own cohort in that community that they will have. Once they have that onboarding process, this 3-day onboarding process, they will be in training for the first 2 months duration of the program. Once they have completed the interview process and then also completed the 2 months duration of the program, 2 months training of the program, they'll be on the job learning for the rest of the 10 months duration of the program. So they'll be hands-on, getting that hands-on learning experience in their projects, working with teams to get projects done. We will also have a career advisor and apprentice champion assigned to that apprentice. So they'll get that ongoing feedback and that ongoing support throughout the apprenticeship program. So they will have 2 feedback checkpoints with their career advisor throughout the apprenticeship program. So the first feedback checkpoint will be at the 6-month mark. Let them know how they're doing, how they can progress, and how they can improve their skills as well throughout the apprenticeship program. And then they will also have that final feedback at the end of the graduation. Once they have graduated and completed the program, they'll have that final feedback to see if they'll be eligible to convert over to a full-time Accenture employee. And our conversion rate is very high, say 90% conversion rate. So our apprenticeship program is all about upskilling and developing candidates' skills in the technology industry to be successful in the future. And they will also be eligible for an increase in their salary as well once they have completed the duration of the program and graduated. Okay, we can go to the next slide. Thank you. All right, so what are we hiring for inside the apprenticeship program? So you will apply to the apprenticeship program. And like I stated before, during that screen interview, the recruiter will align you with the specific role that they think you will fit best with inside the apprenticeship program after that screening interview. So we have our 2 technology roles located in the Arizona area. So we have our program and project management associate role. That's more of that entry level role that I like to say to candidates, because you don't have to have too much knowledge in any coding languages, software development languages, just any coding experience. You don't have to have that for that program and project management associate role. This is more of that entry level role. So you just have to have that passion and drive to pursue a career in the technology industry. So you'll be delivering large IT solutions, learning about stages of service delivery life cycles, client facing, working with Microsoft Excel, gathering requirements, and testing software. So for this application development associate role, we do like for our candidates to have some knowledge in coding languages, because they will be working in a lot of coding projects for this application development associate role. And for this application development associate role, we do pay a little bit more than the program and project management associate role due to that coding experience that we like for our application development associate roles to have. So what you would be doing for the application development associate role. So we look for candidates that can write programming coding such as Java, JavaScript, Python, C++. Also, they'll be designing and delivering new applications, software development background or experience, fix any bugs in the system as well for the application development associate role. So where do you go from here? I will drop the link in the chat that you can go to and just click that link. And then when you go to that link, just put your location. They'll ask you for 3 locations. Put your first location and then other 2 locations that you will maybe be open to relocate to. And then also you can contact me at jalen.martin@accenture.com directly via email as well if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Jalen. Appreciate you being here today. We are now going to move over to the healthcare industry, and some of these industries do merge. So there are technology positions available in healthcare as well, but we wanted to kind of separate them into each of their different industries. So I'd like to introduce you to Natisha Lewis. She is a recruiter for SonoraQuest Laboratories.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm Natisha. I also have my partners online, Elijah and Bianca, who you'll get to meet later on in the breakout rooms. But SonoraQuest is the nation's largest integrated laboratory. We perform about 93 million tests per day. Per year, not per day, Lord. Per year. So very busy. Sometimes it feels like 90 million a day, but that's per year. I don't want to scare anyone off. And so, we are spread out through Arizona. We have multiple facilities all over. Banner Health is our parent company. So we do manage all the laboratories within all the Banner Health hospitals. So next slide, please. We do have a ton of career opportunities ranging anywhere from entry level to director level on both the clinical and non-clinical sides. And we do offer both remote and in-person positions. So it's a wide variety of opportunities. One exciting change that we recently implemented was for our phlebotomists. So we are doing on-the-job training, for our phlebotomy positions, which is pretty cool because usually we require some form of schooling or experience. So really excited. I wanted to highlight that just a little bit. Next slide. Because Banner Health is our parent company, we do have a lot of awesome perks and benefits that we offer to our employees. We also offer a lot of career advancement opportunities. We do a lot of volunteering and getting out into our community, supporting our communities. And then we also partner with a lot of different schools for our employees who are interested in continuing their career and their education, which also ties into their career development. So very busy all around, personal, on the job. You'll never be bored a day in your life with this company. Take my word for it.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for giving us a quick overview, Natisha. I know there are people ready to talk to you. All right, moving on to Honor Health. So Robin Ersland is here today to give you a quick overview. She is a talent marketing specialist.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. It's been wonderful being able to listen to the other panelists and everyone on the line so far. It's been great learnings, and coming from the Honor Health perspective, I'll certainly echo a lot of the panelists, with their discussion points and their kind of needs for the talent as we continue to see all of Arizona continue to kind of grow and develop in many other different industries and really thriving new careers for everyone. All right, so many of you may be familiar with Honor Health. We've been here in the Valley for 50 plus years. At one point, we were Scottsdale Healthcare, and John C. Lincoln and the two, health industries came together, and now we are a rather large healthcare network throughout the Valley, and we're even expanding services even up to Prescott and kind of the, further Surprise area and out into the East Valley. So many of you will see either our actual primary care facilities and hospitals, as well as also some of our partnerships that we've been kind of forming throughout the years too, to be able to kind of have a larger footprint, which means more career opportunities. So therefore, I'll just kind of take you through a little bit of an overview with us today. And I will echo the fact that being a healthcare industry, you have the variety of being able to start and begin your career with us in many different types of roles. I mean, a lot of people think healthcare, they think nurses or, CNAs, or they think, doctors in those roles. But as many of others have said, we have our own kind of what I kind of call like a city within itself. So we have canine officers, we have general maintenance workers. Thank you for the slide change. We have many other types of roles that one may not think is obviously could be kind of more healthcare, driven. Logistics is a very popular, our procurement side. I mean, if you think about, things that we've kind of seen recently in the news about, supply chain, needs, guess what? Hospitals are really kind of at the forefront, of that as well. So we've got many different opportunities in there. We've got accounts payables, we've got coders. And yes, some of our positions are remote. Now, a lot of times we may ask you to reside in Arizona, only because we'd like to see your face in person every now and then, but then also just for our purposes. So we tend to, for most roles, have some opportunities for remote. Some of the remote roles you're going to see that could be a little bit more about like our patient account, the medical, coders and billers. We also have a great entry level, a little bit more position, that's the customer service navigation coordinator. So if you think of when you call that main number that you see on the honorhealth.com page, that kind of dials you in right away to our kind of, call center, I'll say. So you get the opportunity to learn how to, triage different patients, or family members or needs of the community, whether it's kind of getting them scheduled for, routine visits or just help them kind of navigate the network. So it's a great starting entry level position, and you can certainly move through many different types of roles with us. Our teams are actively dialing in to developing even new career paths, for us. So let's say, your ultimate goal could be to, work as a respiratory therapist. Well, you've got probably a handful of different roles, underneath there that you can kind of easily, work through part-time, full-time, or even per diem with us as you kind of achieve that. We also have some awesome opportunities that we've aligned with our academic partners. We offer up to $5,250 each calendar year for tuition assistance, as well. So, and we've got different partnerships, whether if it's Scottsdale Community Colleges, or Grand Canyon or ASU, so lots of different partners. With this, we have a really robust, student placements team, and ultimately help kind of get you to where you want to be, whether it's on the clinical side or if it's maybe more on the business operations side. So, please keep this in mind. If you have any, interest in Honor Health and our locations or finding out more information, I'd be happy to connect with you in the breakout, but then also feel free to email me anytime too. So thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Robin. Great to have you here to see your beautiful face again. All right, I'd like to move on. Thank you guys for continuing to engage in the chat. So go ahead and just let us know if any of the companies that you have heard from today in any way have affected your life. Have you, been to one of the hospitals? Have you talked to Achieve? Have you, or Freedom Financial, or talked to any of the other companies that are on the call today? We'd love to hear that. Feel free to drop that in the chat. We're going to move over to Heather Cepek. She is the manager for recruiting and HR operations at Taros Health. Hi, Heather.
Hi, Jessica. Thank you. Good morning or good afternoon, everyone. I'm happy to be here today. If you haven't heard about Taros Health, we've been around for over 53 years. So you may have seen our Taros mobile vehicles out and about in the community. We also have 13 locations where we provide services for individuals of all ages. So for Taros Health is a nonprofit integrated care provider. We offer primary healthcare services with an emphasis on those that may be struggling with addiction or in recovery. We offer mental health services, family services, a wide variety of outpatient services all throughout the Valley. Our values are integrity, compassion, and empowerment. And of course, we're looking for individuals to join our teams who mirror those values. Our mission is to create healthy communities while meeting our triple aim of excellent patient care. We actually were just awarded in just this past month, AZ Big Media awarded Taros Health as one of the most admired companies, which I'm really excited about. We we're looking to expand and we have a lot of new opportunities. We recently just have a new partnership in place with the Arizona Boys and Girls Club of Arizona. So if you like working with children, we're hiring for behavioral health technicians to work at these locations as Terrell's Health employees. We've got a list here of there's several different kind of positions that we're currently hiring for. In healthcare, I mean, obviously there's going to be a lot of healthcare related positions. So we're always hiring for nurses, we have medical assistants, some of those roles that are primarily on the healthcare side. We also have a lot of opportunities available for licensed individuals. So if you are a master's level student that just graduated and you want to become a counselor, or you're looking to move into clinical types of roles, we can help you get your clinical supervision. We really encourage career path growth and want to help individuals if that's your goal. If you want to become a licensed clinical professional, that's something Terrell's Health oftentimes will help employees with. And we even have internships available. I want to mention that because we have master's level internships for students that may be enrolled in a clinical type of program at their college. So we get a lot of requests for interns, and of course we love to see if those interns, they finish their internship and then become employees of Terrell's too. So it's a great way to kind of get some experience with our patients and kind of get an idea of, you know, what might be the best field for you. We are also hiring for behavioral health technicians. Case managers are very similar as well. Those are individuals that are working in the community, in the clinics, hands-on direct care with our patients day in and day out. And that can be as simple as connecting them with resources to helping them find food boxes or making sure they're attending appointments. Some of our individuals we serve may be court ordered to receive treatment. So it's literally just being an advocate for those individuals, holding them accountable for their goals and helping them with their own process of recovery and just trying to help improve their quality of life. So it's a very important role. We have a lot of different locations where we have behavioral health technicians or case manager positions available. We also have a lot of roles that are non-clinical, non-medical as well. So we have like facilities technicians, billing specialists, front office roles. So if you want to work in the behavioral health field or healthcare field, but you don't have that background, there are a lot of different opportunities available. If you're interested in employment, our website is listed here, terrellshealth.org/careers. My contact information is listed here as well. I'll also put it in the chat, and I will be here for breakout sessions. If anybody wants to chat, I'd be happy to talk to you.
Thank you so much, Heather. We love it. Thank you for being here. All right, we're going to move over to James Grizzard, who is a recruiter for Dignity Health. Hi, James.
Hey, Jessica. Can you hear me?
We got you.
All right. First of all, I want to thank you as well as Career Connectors. You guys have always come through and helped us find some awesome candidates. So thank you.
Awesome.
I guess as she mentioned, my name is James Grizzard. I represent Dignity Health or Common Spirit. A little bit about the organization. We've been around since 2019. We combine with Catholic Healthcare Initiatives, and we operate 142 hospitals, over 700 care sites within 21 states. So we're a pretty large facility. You may go around town and see even our standalone facilities and ER rooms. So we have a large organization. Here in Arizona, we have 7 large hospitals, recently welcoming Yavapai Regional. And we're still growing. As if you drive around the valley, you'll still see more of our growth, and we're continuing to grow, which is an awesome thing for opportunities as well as the patients whom we serve. Next slide, please. Just a little bit about us. 10,000 caregivers and staff committed to exceptional care to our communities. Right now is an exceptional time for growth, as many have mentioned. Opportunities have become endless. If you're looking for an organization that's going to provide you with years to come as far as growth, career opportunities, not just starting somewhere, but also an end, this is definitely a great option for you. Next slide, please. Just to highlight some of the benefits that we have, and our benefits are amazing. Competitive salaries, we have medical, dental, vision, savings. We also have a pension, which a lot of companies don't offer these days, with the company match, tuition reimbursement, $5,250. We offer benefits to both part-time and full-time employees. So And those benefits also extend as well as tuition reimbursement, generous paid time off and holidays, as well as a plethora of other benefits that if you join the organization, you'll be pleased to see. Next slide. Just as you've seen, everyone is hiring. We're not only hiring for both clinical, but our non-clinical as well. I think a lot of people, when they think with a hospital, as many have said, what resonates the most is the clinical side. But with the hospital, we can't function without nutrition and food services, accounting, billing, housekeeping. So everyone plays an important part in our organization. And during the breakout, if you want to learn more about our organization, I definitely urge you to come talk to me or even schedule a time to talk because we really want to get these positions filled with great people and provide them with understanding of what Dignity Health can do for them. Next slide, please. This is our link. If you don't have the ability to reach me in the breakout, I'm also going to provide a link to schedule time to speak. We can set aside 15 minutes to speak as well. But more importantly, we want to hire people who are here for the long term and the long haul. And just as I'm reaching out to you as a potential candidate, you're looking at us. So I want you to see what we have to offer you as well. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, James, for being here.
Thank you.
All right. We are going to move into the manufacturing industry now. We have a couple companies that are going to chat for a couple minutes. The first one is Dexcom. I'd like to introduce you to Sandy Lopez. She is a recruiter. Hi, Sandy.
Hi. Thank you for having me. So what do? We create the glucose monitoring systems. You may have seen the patches on individuals' arms. You take your phone, you scan it, and you're able to get your actual levels quick and in time and even sent over to your doctor. This has actually eliminated 11 billion finger sticks. So if you know someone with diabetes, it is a game changer if you do not have to prick your finger over and over. Next slide. So right now here in Mesa, we are hiring manufacturing associates, all shifts, supervisors, managers in manufacturing, material handlers, engineers, quality control. And we also have several other locations with other positions as well that you can find on our site. Benefits, medical, dental, and vision, 401k, stock options, sick pay, vacation, 11 holidays, and we have competitive pay. So the first barcode will take you directly to our career site. The barcode below will show you our Warriors page. These are our individuals that use our units and talk about how this unit works. I will be in the breakout room and I look forward to speaking to you more about Dexcom.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sandy. What a great company. Since you guys have gotten here in Arizona, it's been a pleasure to watch you grow. All right, we're going to move over to Microchip. So Rocio Carroll is here, HR business partner. Good morning or good afternoon. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm Rocio Carroll. I'm the recruiter for our Tempe facility at Microchip. Microchip has been around since 1989 in the Valley. Our corporate office is located in Chandler. The positions we're focusing on right now are more of the entry-level production specialists. So those are the positions where if you have no experience, we fully train you. There's a lot of opportunity of growth within Microchip, even within the manufacturing side. So when you start as a production specialist, you can move into different areas, whether it's the leadership side of it or the technical side of it. And we provide development plans that can help you get to the next level. Right now, again, we're focusing on the production specialist. We do have other positions available, technicians, engineering positions. On the barcode to the left, that takes you to the career side of Microchip. On the right, it gives you a video of our production specialist positions and what they do. So it gives you more of a visual of what the job is about. We provide great benefits. We have medical, dental, vision. They're all effective day one. We do have a clinic, an on-site clinic that is available to all employees and their dependents over the age of 18, and it's free of charge. We offer all the good benefits, 401k match, stock, we have stock plan, a stock purchase plan, bonuses, our tuition reimbursement. Also, one thing we started doing is that if you are going to school, we will work with your school schedule. So it's not that you have to work around our schedule, we will work with your schedule. That way, it gives you the opportunity to finish that degree that you're looking to finish in the time, as fast as you can, and we can help you there. We have $5,250 of tuition reimbursement. On this slide, you have the career link to apply for the jobs, and looking forward to seeing you in the breakout room. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes. All right. We're going to move now over to the finance and insurance industries. And we'd like to start that with Victor Goldman. He is the CEO of Goldbook Financial. Hi, Victor.
Hey, Jessica. How are you?
Great.
Hey, first off, thank you all so much for coming on today. Super excited to have everybody here today. What makes us Goldbook Financial? You can go ahead to the next slide. First and foremost, as you can clearly see from this image, we're very visual. Culture is paramount in our organization. I'm going to spend most of my time here on this slide. We are a member of the Mass Mutual family of firms. We provide individuals, business owners, and corporations with personalized advice and solutions to protect what matters. I talk about culture, our culture of excellence. We have an exemplary support team. Our mission is to be the first firm that you think of when seeking insurance, investment, and financial planning strategies, and that we are the firm of choice for talented people seeking a financial services career. I will tell you, it was probably one of the biggest honors of my 26-year career. We were recently recognized last year by the Phoenix Business Journal as being the #1 best place to work. It is something our firm, we take so much pride in. We're a very, very high energy office. Our office location, we are located right almost at the beginning of Old Town Scottsdale, near the Fashion Square Mall in Scottsdale. And look, our organization, it is about support. It is about infrastructure for you to be able to come into our firm, be a financial advisor, build your own business, but having all of our support and resources there to help you grow. Being part of Mass Mutual, the beauty of that is we are a Fortune 100 company, been around since 1851. And, having that kind of a name attached to us helps so much when you're out there in the marketplace. For people who are advisors, we have a full suite of benefits. There is major medical, vision, dental benefits. There is a pension contribution. There is a 401k match for you as well. Mass Mutual is the largest writer, and on the next slide, not yet, I will kind of go through a lot of the different products and offerings where we help our clients. But we are the #1 writer of permanent life insurance in the country. But then on the wealth management side, we're also the 8th largest independent broker dealer in the country as well, including all of the wirehouses. So we really marry the insurance planning and the wealth management about as well as any companies out there. We have an extensive training program. Right now, we've got a number of folks who just joined our organization in our conference room for Goldbook Academy, where we teach you everything from soup to nuts regarding a career in the financial services industry. There are teaming opportunities with some of our top advisors. We have an awful lot of fun between campaigns and different trips that you can qualify for. Including, a trip to Cabo we do as an organization. Next year, there are trips to Manhattan, to, through Mass Mutual, Hawaii, if you're so lucky and you're up there, to Bora Bora. So it's just a wonderful, wonderful lifestyle where you have a lot of freedom and autonomy. And the best part is that we truly help people. If you could flip to the next slide, please. So here, when I talk about helping people, our solutions, whether people decide to do business or not, will change their families' lives and their business's future for generations to come. We focus on insurance planning, life, disability, long-term care annuities. Holistically, it's financial estate planning, asset management, retirement planning. We work with business owners in terms of executive benefits and deferred compensation plans and group benefits. And again, the impact that we make on our clients is absolutely paramount in their lives. And it's what makes us just feel so good in our bellies, the kind of good work that we do and for our community. There's unlimited income. We do an awful lot in the community service space as an organization. Just a couple of weeks ago, a whole team of us, we went out and we were able to contribute to the community. So that is just really our lifeblood. If you go to the next slide, I can show you how you can reach out to us. Eric Batalson, who's also joining me on this Zoom. He's one of our financial planners and also our vice president of brokerage services. Simply feel free to connect with him on here. Here's all of his information. Eric is absolutely incredible. So I urge you all, if you're interested, feel free to reach out to him. And again, Jessica, thank you for the opportunity and thank you to all for being on here.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time, Victor. All right. And this is a reminder, there will be, I see people asking in the chat, how do I connect with different people? How do I talk to this person? Your starting point will be the breakout sessions. And so all the companies have somebody represented in the breakout session to work with you on next steps. All right. Welcome, Kate Owens, a recruiter with Northern Trust. Hi, Kate.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for taking the time to join us for this hiring event. My name is Kate Owens. I'm the Tempe recruiting lead at Northern Trust. On this slide, you'll find my contact information as well as my colleagues, Jess Garcia and Gina Gamascus. They'll be in the breakout rooms with me, and we are very excited to be here. So Northern Trust has a very long and storied history in Chicago, being more than 130 years old. But we are a fairly new addition to the Valley as of about 5 years ago. So globally, we have 20,000 employees, and in our Tempe office, we have 700 with room and goals for growth. So as you'll see, our model is very unique for financial services companies located in Arizona, and we are on the right slide for that. So thank you. As you can see, we actually have a very client-driven business. So that has a significant impact on our corporate culture and our values. We serve the world's most successful individuals, families, and institutions. So throughout the organization, collaboration is embedded in how we work to uphold our values of service, integrity, and expertise. So the three pillars of Northern Trust business are asset servicing, asset management, and wealth management. Our Tempe Operations Center houses teams that fall within asset servicing and wealth management. So careers within both boast opportunities for varying interests, experience, and education levels. At Northern Trust, we believe in creating a diverse, equitable, and inclusive environment, which includes ethnic, gender, educational, and many more forms of diversity. So you will find roles ranging from those that don't require four-year degrees to those that are highly specialized. Proudly, we have won several awards within the last couple of years, such as one of the world's most admirable companies by Fortune, several diversity impact awards, and Best Employers for Diversity by Forbes, to name just a few. So no matter where you start your career with us, we will provide you with the resources to achieve greater through opportunities to innovate and a commitment to individual development and career success. We provide support through continuous education, degree reimbursement programs, and an open culture that promotes informational sessions and networking for all employees. We are committed to professional development and upward mobility, and we're very proud to say that 24% of our employees moved into new roles within the company last year. So as you'll see on this last slide, this is where you'll find us. If you'd like to learn more information about our openings, you can just visit our career site at northerntrustcareers.com, and please do connect with us on all of our social media pages listed. Thanks so much, everybody, for your time.
Great overview. Thank you, Kate. And I love that you have had so much upward movement within your staff. Thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely. Thanks.
All right. We're going to move over to Charles Schwab. Phil Huta is here. He is Director of Client Service and Support. Hi, Phil.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for having us, Jessica, and thanks all of you for being with us today. I'm happy to have the good fortune to talk to you about Charles Schwab. Charles Schwab is a very large firm with presence around the country and also internationally. We have about 7 trillion in client assets that we have the good fortune to serve. I want to start off with why we exist. It used to be in our industry that commissions were fixed. Corruption was rampant. It was very difficult for the average person to be an investor. And Chuck Schwab looked at this scene and said, you know what, investors deserve better. He had a belief that investing creates wealth and wealth creates freedom. He had a belief that investing matters. He had a belief that it was important to challenge the status quo. It was important to see things through client's eyes, that everyone should be an investor because investing is a game changer. Every one of us on this call at some level needs to be an investor in our life. And Chuck thought, you know what, everybody should be able to make it, we should make it easy, we should make it accessible, everyone should be an investor. And so this is a very purpose-driven firm. It's to champion clients' goals with passion and integrity. And we've innovated over the years to become a very large leading provider of investment services, one of Fortune 50's most admired companies in the world. We've done that because we see things through the client's eyes. We want to make sure that we're providing selfless service that allows them to live the kind of life that they want to live, whether it's putting kids through college, retiring someday, contributing to charity, whatever their goals are, we want to make sure that we champion those in a way that builds trust with them. So we're very purpose-driven company. How have we grown? Our business strategy is super, super simple. See things through the client's eyes. And we're looking for people who come in and want to be a part of a culture that's selfless, that believes in teamwork, that wants to make a difference for people and believes that, you know what, I can, through service, that is a noble thing to do for others. And so we built it through great culture. We built it through great products and services that are at a price that is unmatched virtually. And we have this great workplace where people can grow where they're planted. We win workplace awards because of our culture, because it allows people to live and raise and grow a family and do very meaningful work along the way. So let's go ahead and go to the next slide. So what are we offering today? What are we showcasing today? The roles that you see on the screen are more service oriented because we find that people that grow up in the service part of our team can get licensed, can learn the industry, learn our culture, they can grow where they're planted, they get tons of coaching and development. And at Schwab, you get development that's second to none, so you can grow your career. There's great benefits at Schwab. We have all the great benefits. One of them I'll highlight is the sabbatical. My wife and I have 7 kids, and so in the summertime, we like to be able to spend some extra time with them. And every 5 years, I get an extra month off to be able to take them on a trip and somewhere in the country, or we haven't gone outside the country yet. We've taken trips around the country, and it's a great benefit to recharge the battery. So we have these great benefits. We have great development. We have the hybrid workforce and flexibility. We're looking for people who want to come in and do something very meaningful, want to make a difference, who believe service is noble, and want to be a part of a company that's growing like crazy. You've probably read about our growth with buying TD Ameritrade and the acquisitions we had during the pandemic. We're looking forward to bringing in great people who want to go out and do something that's very meaningful in their life. So stop on by our break room. Happy to chat, breakout room. We're happy to chat some more with you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Phil. It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
All right. And then the last company to represent this industry for us today is we have State Farm here. So Robert Barnett is a talent brand specialist. I'm going to talk a little bit about the insurance industry from State Farm's perspective. Hi, Robert.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me here. So I'm going to start off with State Farm's mission statement. We're here to help people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. We are a Fortune 50 company. We recently celebrated our 100-year anniversary in June. We have 4 main offices, our corporate location, which is in Bloomington, Illinois. And then we have 3 hub locations out of Phoenix, Arizona, Atlanta, Georgia, and Dallas, Texas. One thing that I'm going to focus on is State Farm culture. I've realized by going to lots of career events, that is one of the first things that come up is, what is your culture like? So our culture is, we ask people to be their authentic selves and bring your authentic selves to work. So we have that freedom here at State Farm to be our authentic selves, bringing our different skills, backgrounds, experience to work. We openly learn from one another. through our work and our mentoring relationships. State Farm is very big on relationships. So if you do come to work for State Farm, that is the thing that you will hear a lot about. We have our employee resource groups, which we have 10 of those, and that creates an open forum for our employees to get together and share their backgrounds, their differences, their likes. And so we really advocate for people to join the employee resource group and to lend to it. So we have a relaxed dress code here at State Farm. It is dress for your day. So you will never see anyone in a suit and tie. It's just, you're gonna be in a fun, relaxed environment. And we have a hybrid and a remote work environment. The hybrid's gonna be 80%. You're gonna be working from home, 20% in office. Very few of the jobs are actually going to be remote unless it just, unless you can just actually work where you're not involved as much in a team environment. We are committed to the development of our people. So we have our continuing education, so insurance designations, certificates, mentoring, and we do offer tuition reimbursement. And we actually offer maybe a little bit more than some companies. We do $7,500 for undergraduate and $10,000 for graduate degree. Next slide, please. So we are currently hiring full-time for several of our job openings, and they're going to be in the high volume. So you're going to be looking at claims, customer service, and sales representative, and we actually have underwriting service assistants that just recently became available. So our hiring needs are always changing. So what I had actually sent in to Bree has changed just a little bit, but we are consistently hiring. Those needs are there. So I really encourage anyone who is interested in a career with State Farm, please reach out to me. Be more than happy to speak with you. I can share my personal experience as well.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Jessica.
All right, we're going to move over to, we have a couple representatives here from Construction and Trades. Will, thank you so much for jumping on for a few minutes today. Will is a director of business development for Suntech Concrete. Hi, Will.
Hey, how you doing?
Great.
So Suntech is a large commercial concrete company. We're the largest concrete construction company in the Mountain West. We're the 5th largest in the United States. So what does that mean? We are not a cement company. That would be like Cemex. They actually make the stuff. We build the buildings out of it, as you can see down on the bottom. And we do a variety of types of buildings. We do high rises, pretty much everything you see along Tempe Town Lake we've been involved with, Sun Devil Stadium, most of the new buildings in downtown Phoenix we've done. We also do a lot of high-end manufacturing type facilities, and then we do a lot of what are called tilt-up buildings. So if you drive along the 303 or out by Gateway Airport, you'll probably see all kinds of buildings going up really fast where they pour the concrete on the ground in a frame, wait for it to dry, and then they tilt it up. And we're building those faster than we ever have. We are just constantly hiring. We have interviews every single week for a variety of jobs. If you have no experience at all in the workforce, we'll take you and train you. Our CEO and all of our leadership came out of the field. So it's a great place where, you know, if you don't know what you want to do for a career, but you like working with your hands, we have a huge variety of roles. Let's see, I think go down to the next slide. It might talk more about that. There's a different kind of stuff we do. We do foundations, the flat work, which is all kind of the sidewalks out around the buildings, the structural high rises. And then we do have office type jobs too. So AutoCAD, working on the layout teams. And then there's a huge demand, not only with us, but nationwide right now for CDL drivers. If you have a CDL, you are in high demand. There's people that need to be driving cement trucks and all kinds of delivery trucks and things like that. So if you like working with your hands and would like to learn a trade, we'll happily train you up. And then there's the, Alyssa's actually our main recruiter. She couldn't be here today. So just scan that and get in touch with her and we'll go from there.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Will. We really appreciate you jumping on the call. All right, we only have two more companies until we go into our breakouts. And so if you have not dropped your LinkedIn URL down into the chat, now is the time. I also put the specific instructions on how to do that to make it clickable. So make sure you get that done. I'd like to next introduce you to Michelle Walker. She is the Vice President of Operations for Ssc Underground. Welcome, Michelle.
Thanks, Jessica. Glad to be here today. And thanks to everybody who's joined on. Tons of great information. And I think we can all agree that Arizona is the place to be if you're looking for any type of work. If I could just get the slide previous to this one. So Ssc Underground is a 53-year-old construction company located in Phoenix, Arizona. We are family owned and really pride ourselves on having a real family team environment here. So the tagline that we've recently kind of come up with is that flushing is a privilege, not a right. And so if you want to help maintain that privilege that you have and ensure that with all of this construction that's going on across the state, we can be the place that you can join to make that happen. So all of this great building that's taking place, all of the expansion, whether it's with Microchip, whether it's with warehousing, healthcare, all of these industries that have spoken today, the utilities need to get there. Those buildings are useless if they don't have utilities running to them, whether it's electricity, internet, the water, sewer to take the waste out. And we are part of the team that makes that happen. So we install utilities where they can't be installed with traditional methods. We do that by tunneling. So that top corner picture shows us tunneling under the Loop 101 freeway. And that was to allow for a large new apartment complex that exists there in that bare desert on the other side now. So we are proud to be part of all the growth that's going on. We also use vacuum trucks to locate existing utilities that are in the ground so that they're not damaged during construction, so that existing utilities remain up and running and don't cause any outages during construction when they might be struck by other types of equipment. Next slide. So who are we looking for to join us? We need people who like to work, who like to be outdoors, like the other kind of speakers around construction have talked about. If you like hands-on work, if you like playing in the dirt as a kid and you want to get out and get dirty every day, we're a great place for you, but you can get paid to do it now. Operating equipment of all different types, CDL drivers, like Will just mentioned, high demand. We need people who can drive these big trucks to take them out to job sites to work. And also but you get to work at the same time. So you're not just driving all day, but it's a great mix of work. And like Justin talked about earlier, construction is not the construction of, even 10 or 20 years ago. It's a place where you can have great work-life balance. We rarely work weekends. We take holidays off. And not only do we take them off, we give you paid holidays. And we have all the benefits that all these other industries are talking about. So construction is no longer kind of just what you can scrape out on an hourly basis, but it's really a place where you can have a career, earn a great living, have benefits to support your family. And we would love to have you join our team. If that sounds of interest to you. So if you're interested, next page, you can go on our website. That previous one had the careers page, but everything will take you there. Reach out to me and I'll be in the breakout room to talk more about what we do and who might like to join our team. So thanks for having me.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. All right, we are going to close it out with our hiring companies with TSMC Arizona. So Roxana Lujan Vega is here as a senior program manager. Hi, Roxana.
Hi, Jessica. All righty. Hello, everyone. So excited to be here. I'm just going to dive into a little bit on TSMC, but I can obviously elaborate more in the break rooms after. So my name is Roxana Vega. I handle all of early talent here at TSMC Arizona. So in case you are unfamiliar with TSMC, we were actually founded in 1987 in Taiwan by Dr. Morris Chang. We were actually the first pure play foundry, meaning that we manufacture the chips for companies that typically have no factories or fabs of their own. And you might be wondering, why would someone outsource their manufacturing and trust their designs with someone else? And the reason for that is because building an advanced fab for chip manufacturing requires tens of billions of dollars and a ton of investment in research and development, and of course, extraordinary talent to operate the facility and to bring it to life. And then the next page, please. And with that being said, in May of 2020, TSMC announced their intent to build their 5nm gigafab here in Phoenix, Arizona, so in our own backyard. If you've driven up the I-17 when you're going up north, right before you get to the 303, you'll see tons of cranes. You'll see the world's largest crane there, along with, I don't know, maybe like 30 to 40 cranes there. Well, all that construction going on there is for our fab. We have been hiring for the past year, and we're continuing to ramp up our hiring to hire brilliant colleagues to bring our fab to life. So today I'd like to talk about our manufacturing technician, our equipment technician, and our process technician roles. So we have some really high level qualifications on there. We are looking for candidates that have, at least at the bare minimum, a GED or high school diploma, and that are open to working a compressed work schedule. And as for our roles, here are some high-level items on the job description. So process technicians, they help engineers execute experiments and collect and analyze data. For a manufacturing technician role, they're constantly monitoring the production indices to ensure quality and on-time delivery. And our equipment technicians, they actually work in the clean room full-time. They're constantly performing mechanical and electrical troubleshooting and preventative tool maintenance. And they obviously utilize performance indices and SOPs to identify and solve issues in our fab. And yeah, so I have my email there at the bottom, and I look forward to meeting with you all to discuss these 3 roles and any other ones that you might be interested in the breakout rooms. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Roxana. A lot of growth going on with TSMC Arizona. So thank you so much for being here. All right, you guys, we have just a couple more minutes and then we're going to go into our breakout rooms. But right now we have the opportunity for each of you to win a $50 Amazon gift card. I should have announced this at the beginning and I forgot, but we are offering each of you the opportunity to win a $50 Amazon gift card. We're going to give away 4 of them. With the program we are on, it's a grant. And with a grant, one of the requirements is to collect data. And so we are going to ask you guys to fill out a quick survey. Bree is going to drop the link into the chat. You can click on that survey. It will take you a minute, maybe 2, to click on the survey, fill it out. Make sure you include your name and cell phone number on the survey if you want to qualify for one of the gift cards. If you don't want a gift card and don't care, you don't have to include that information, but we will be drawing 4 names tomorrow morning and sending you a text that you have won, and we will send you the link to your $50 gift card. No weird stuff, no spam, nothing. You're just going to get, hey, this is legit. You won a gift card. We're not spamming you. And then we're going to email you the gift card so you can use it on Amazon. So if you could go ahead and click on that link, we'll give you each just a minute to fill that out. We'll collect the data. And we won't, it doesn't matter what your name and cell phone number is. We're actually not using that data to roll up. That's just for the winners, but we're going to collect that information and it'll be a report out for the grant. So basically it's just asking for some feedback on this event, some demographic information, and that we could use it for the grant. So thank you so much for filling that out. If you could just fill it out and then come back over here and drop done in the chat, then we will know that people are finishing up the survey. So just thank you. Thank you, Hannah, Alvin, Crystal, Lauren. Thank you guys. Star, thank you so much for filling it out. We really appreciate it. So fill that out and come back, drop done, and we'll know you guys have moved along. All right, a couple resources we have for you guys today. Hashtag AZCareersNow is our hashtag you can use on social media. So if you land with one of these companies or when you land your job, we would love to hear your job landing stories. If you do hashtag AZCareersNow, then we will be able to recognize that you attended one of our events and we'll be able to recognize it on our social medias as well. Thank you, Rick, Vincent, Michael, everybody for completing the chat. Jalen, Kathy, Jeremy, we so appreciate you guys finishing up that survey. And then if you are interested, we do provide a free no-cost DISC assessment. It is a behavioral assessment. which means it gives you feedback on your style, your ideal work environment. You can utilize some of the language to incorporate into your resume or in your interviews. And you can go out to careerconnectors.org/disc to get that, again, free. Bree, if you could go ahead and drop the survey link one more time. Some more people are asking, hey, where'd that survey link go? Just drop it in the survey one more, or in the chat one more time. Also, this program today is being recorded. And so you probably saw that when you jumped on. What that means is you can go back and view this recording or any of the other ones we've done virtually for the last 2.5 years. We have in-person programming coming back as well, but we still are doing the virtual one at least monthly. And so you can go ahead and look at any of our previous webinars. There are links to our social media. All of that is available to you guys at no cost. Now, some of our upcoming events. We have one Tuesday, October 18th. If you are in Arizona, this one is in person. This is specific to industries of transportation, warehousing, kind of staff. And so we have Amazon, UPS, Arizona Department of Transportation, and more that will be at this event. If you are interested in those industries, and again, there's a wide range of job opportunities in the industry. And so support positions, finance, IT, all of that as well. You are welcome to come to this event. It will be on Tuesday, October 18th at 3:30 p.m. We're going to be at Gateway Community College, the Washington campus, and you will get if you're on our email list, you will get this information as well. And then on Thursday, October 20th, we're doing one specific to Avondale. So if you live in the West Valley of the Phoenix Metro, the West Valley, then come on out. We have a lot of great companies that are specific to the West Valley that'll be at that event. And both of those events, we're providing great homemade, so good. Homemade with our taco lady is coming out, providing taco dinner. It's going to be fun, a hope-filled event. We're going to have resume support, whole bunch of things going on at that event. And then our next virtual event will be Thursday, November 3rd at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Interviewing with Confidence is going to be our talk. And at those events, we have topics. It will be, we'll have a keynote speaker, and then we have coaching, LinkedIn, we have professional resume writers, finance coaching, career coaches, all available again to you at no cost. And so join any of those programmings, and we'll be here to help you out. All right, so the next slide is just some more information about the transportation companies, transportation event coming up. Those are some of the companies that are going to be there. Carvana, Lucid Motors, Sunland, a whole bunch of great companies. And yes, Rick, we provide tacos at some of our hiring events, the ones that are in person. We know you all get hungry. We wouldn't want you to faint, you know, so we provide tacos, and we have some good incentives as well. We've been giving away AirPods and transportation gas cards, and so a whole bunch of great stuff at our hiring events. All right, so I think that is it. We're going to move into our breakout sessions, and thank you all for engaging. Thank you for filling out the survey and helping us provide data for our grant. We greatly appreciate you. We greatly appreciate all the employers that were here today talking about the programming, and know that me and my team, we're just praying for you all that you land into the career of your dreams. Thank you so much for being here. I want to throw it over to Bree.
Hello, I just put the survey link again in the chat as well, in case any of you didn't get a chance to fill it out yet. So I'm about to open the breakout rooms, just a little background on how to get into those. So once I open them, which I will do in just a second, you'll go down to your toolbar and kind of hover over it. Click on the breakout rooms. So you'll see a list of all of the companies you heard from today. And whichever ones you want to join, you'll just go over the company, scroll to the right of the company, and you'll see a blue join button. Click on that, and it'll take you to that room. And at any time, if you want to come back to the main Zoom session, you can go ahead and pull up the breakout rooms again, the same way you access them, and it'll give you the option to come back to the main Zoom session.
So I am about to open all the rooms. I just opened them, so you should see that. If anyone needs any help getting into the rooms, just let us know in the chat and we can manually move you there. Thank you.
All right, so if you, our breakout rooms are open, go ahead and join. If you, let's see, if you scroll down on the breakout rooms, you will